we stopped at this National Eagle Center. And I said to him, how many times do you think we're going to see millions of years in here? And so we go through, and we didn't see it at all, but we did see this Taung Child skull. And this is what it says. The Taung Child skull is an example of an ancestor to humanity. Okay, so it's an ape-like ancestor. But in the book, and I happen to have this book by Dr. Carl Werner, it shows the Taung Child skull on the left, or on the top, and compare it to a juvenile chimpanzee on the right. They're identical. They're pretty identical to me, and so that Taung Child, supposed Taung Child, is actually a chimpanzee. And I pointed it out to somebody at the museum. And I got some questions on this Taung Child. Are you aware of this? And she said, well, you should. She was really interested, really extremely interested. And she said, man, you just can't trust anyone. And she always wondered, what does that skull have to do with eagles? And they say, oh, it's got scratch marks. I don't see the scratch marks. And then in that book on the next page, it had talking about his contemporaries. They rebuked him for calling it a human ancestor when it was a chimpanzee, and they knew they thought it was a chimpanzee for 20 years, and so that person in the museum said, you should talk to somebody over there. And so I went over there, and she had me call somebody, and then she took pictures of those pinks I just showed you, and then I called him, and he finally got back to me yesterday, and we had a conversation, and he said, yeah, we'll look into it, and we'll have a committee meeting to see if it should stay or not. And I asked him, well, would you let me know what your decision is? And he goes, well, I can't promise you that. We're too busy. And so I emailed him, and but he emailed me back today, and he said that he would let me know what they decide. So thank you. So at this point, and I think we need to start asking questions all the time when we see millions or billions of years. And so we can't really trust the museums or the textbooks. How about AI? Can we trust AI?